good morning. It's another beautiful day. Today is Tuesday. And how are y'all doing? I'm currently in the cab of this machine. But check this out. Hey, rate the fit 1 through 10. I'm not gonna lie. Carter shirt, the shorts with the work boots. Come on. That's pretty hard. But for real, I'm about to go inside, get on my work pants, and start the day. But before I do anything, check this out. I actually got some pants in my locker today. Because at first I only had 2 pair of loaner pants. Whew, I was running through those quick. At least I got like 4 in here. First half of my day, this is what I'm gonna be doing. So let's go ahead and get it done. I'm finally done. Check this out. 100% baby. I can get to work. And I'm back. So I just had my lunch break. I didn't show you what I ate. I had me a cool little Wawa sandwich. I also had my water, of course. But I haven't finished my protein shake yet. I'll show you sometime today. But so far, finished all my CBTs. I can actually get back on the shop floor and do some work. So let's get to it. A quick little update. My co-worker's about to do a wash on his paver. And dude, it is cake with asphalt. Don't want to get hit by the water. Take this thing out. You got 2 places you can control off of and 2 more down bottom. Uh-oh. Now, I don't know if I showed you this last week. This is a Dozer. This Dozer right here is the one with the cab off. And look how dirty it is inside. This one, they were actually trying to fix a wire harness. They found out that some rodents chewed it up. They took the whole thing off. This is all that's left. Now check out what we have here. Haven't seen this machine in so long. It's finally here at Carter. This came from Blanchard, South Carolina. Man, it's good to see this again. Woo! What a day it's been. So we're working on a paver, and it turns out something's wrong with the wire harness. If all goes bad, it's an $8,500 wire harness. So I know the customer's not gonna be too happy to hear that. But on that note, let's get up out of here. And man, oh man, I'm back. So as you can see from behind me, just now leaving the gym. Today was chest day. For today's workout, it was an hour long, and I burned 477 calories, which is actually really good. And I think I burned another 400 at work. So all in all, right now, I'm at 800 calories burnt. I'm about to head home. Go hop in that pool. Good morning, good morning. Woo! Happy Wednesday. It's another new day. I'm currently in the locker room, now with the proper attire on. Check it out. Cool little Carter jacket. Ooh. But I ain't really got much to say, but it's gonna be another great day. I'm about to change it to my work stuff. Get to work. Once again, we're working back on this paver. That's because the harness is messed up, and we're trying to figure out exactly where the harness is messed up. Look at this little conveyor system right here. Truck pulls up like a big dump truck. Axle, it's these right here. These will actually push them, help them push them forward. He puts the truck in neutral, and the asphalt dumps on these conveyor system right here, goes back into the screen, and then that's where the magic happens back there. It's pretty cool up here though. Currently on hour 30. I'm working on this paver for no avail. We'll see what happens later today. Now check it out, man. Currently on lunch break. I got my Chipotle ball. That's because my dad bought it yesterday. I didn't want to eat last night, so I saved it for today's lunch, and I thank God I did. So let's go ahead and eat. And that was a great lunch. Now it's time to get back to work. Now check this out. Got the excavator right there. You got the haul truck. They keep trying to get the dirt off the bag. He is washing it right now. That's just a sight to see right there. Hey, check this out. He's welding right now. That light is so bright. Man, this is so cool to see in person. All he's doing is welding on the attachment number. He said it get beat up. Check this out. What engine do you think this belongs to? I have no clue. Look at this big old turbo now. And I wonder what this is for. Electrical shock hazard. I've never seen that before on an engine. Man, this is a big mama right here. I'm assuming it might go in this Dozer. I have no clue. And that's the end to another work shift. Pretty exhausted today. My day has just started. So let's go to the gym. Alright, so tell me what I forgot real quick. I just finished my workout. Today was one day. I'm not gonna lie, I had a great one today. But now that this workout's over, let's go see my grandma. Because this is her birthday. Alright, so I went to my grandma's house. Wished her happy birthday. But as I was coming, she was going. So that little interaction was quick. But later this week, I'm gonna go back over her house and actually go spend some time with her. But as you can see, back in the house, laying in bed watching some YouTube. So let's go ahead and enjoy this night. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Good morning, good morning. It's another new day. Just pulling up in my locker right now. Getting my clothes on. Check it out. Today is a Friday for me. Thursday for y'all. My last day of the work week. Let's go and get it started. I don't know if I said this before, but I wonder what this is still doing here. Usually the machines are in and out, but this has been here for some days. This is a 982. Big boy. Now check this out right behind me. This right here is a 988K. This thing is huge. And we finally figured out what the problem was. So we come up here. There's this harness right here. See where all those wires are? And somewhere in there is bad resistance. I'm gonna explain that a little bit later. But basically, when you connect one end over here and then one end over here, you have your resistance setting right here. And one wire had actual resistance, which was 0.5. But there was another wire with 3.5 something ohms of resistance, which is really bad because it's supposed to be an open loop because the wires are not connected to each other. Now there's a difference between open and closed loop. I'm gonna explain that a little bit later. But for now, we got the issue solved. This would be covered under warranty, so no one has to pay for it. And also, no one has even bought the machine yet. So that's another intricacy in itself. All in all, this process took a whole 2 days. It was worth that at the end. I figured out what this problem was. I started getting a little bit worried because it did take so long. I'm troubleshooting stuff, tech trying to figure it out for itself, ain't gonna reach my goal. But it all got figured out. That's all that matters. Now the tech can deliver results as opposed to unexplained questions. But on that note, let's continue on with the day. And it's that time of the day. And it's lunchtime. I'm gonna show you what I got. Courtesy of my dad, got me a chicken cheesesteak sandwich. Of course, I got the tomato sauce and stuff on it with the lettuce, tomatoes. But man, I'm hungry, so let me go ahead and eat. And now that I crushed that, let's go ahead and get back to work. Now check out the engine, it's 340. I'm looking at it right now. I'm trying to figure out what the exact model is. There it is. This is a C9.3. Now the 330, if I'm correct, I think it's to 7 point something. Let me check. This right here is a huge monster. This 340. Hold on, let me go on the outside. Look at this monster. Look at that stick and look at that boom. Look at this huge on this too. Just to put it in perspective, check this out. It's dirty right now, but that's a big bucket. Now sadly, this 330 doesn't have the engine model. I think it's a C7.1. 1. I'm not able to remember the exact model, but I know it's 7 something. And now that work's over, I'm at Costco right now, so I'm about to give me a pizza. Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. It's a new day, so you know what that means. It's a new day to work out. So let's get to it. Woo, that's a week of workouts done. Today I had back day. I had shoulders too, but I didn't do shoulders today. I just did that. It was still a great workout. I had a really nice push. Now I'm done with this. Let's go see my grandma. While I was working with Cody yesterday, the way he learned electricity was through an analogy. Electricity is like a water hose. You have your continuity, you have your volts, open and closed loop, and a bunch of whole different things. So let's refer back to yesterday when we were testing for continuity. Continuity or resistance is basically like the water hose itself. If it has no kinks in it, has no knots in it, when you test it on the meter, it will read low continuity, which would be like 0.5 or less than that. What we were doing yesterday was connecting the 2 little prongs, which is a positive and a negative. Let's say we have 2 different color wires, even though there's a bunch of different wires in a harness. For that particular section, we have a red wire and we have a yellow wire. So the red wire will go around the harness and connect somewhere else. So a different plug-in. The yellow wire would do the same thing. So reading for continuity, we were testing the red and the red, which that would be a closed loop because it's that same wire all the way through. Now, continuity that it read yesterday was 0.5. Now, when we were testing the red wire with the yellow wire, it was reading high continuity, which was around 3.5 ohms. I think it was million ohms. Ohms is like the measuring unit. So 0.5 ohms, 3.5 million ohms. That's not supposed to happen because when you connect the red wire and the yellow wire, it's supposed to be an open loop because they're not the same wire, if that makes sense. So let's talk about the volts. It's like water running through the hose. When you turn on the water spigot or you turn the faucet on, it's power running through the water hose. But we weren't testing that yesterday. We were testing for continuity/resistance. So in turn, the wiring harness is bad. And all that means was somewhere within that wiring harness, 2 wires got smashed together and it's all bad now. To my knowledge, that was the top wiring harness. Like that machine has 3 because there's a screed down bottom. That's a whole different harness. And one up top was the main harness and it's going bad. So that's an $8,500 job. So that's what we were working on yesterday. I'm thankful I was able to learn something. That's for 2 days we were troubleshooting that thing. We couldn't find out anything. But on that last day, those last couple minutes before we were about to get external help, we were able to find out what the problem was. But I just put up the grandma's, so let's go ahead and go inside. And welcome back. So as you can see, I'm not at my grandma's house, not at the house. I'm currently at the pool. So let's go for a swim. Good morning, good morning. You made it to the end of another video. I hope you enjoyed this one. And I hope you were able to learn something. When looking back at that paver, I sat there contemplating like, what am I learning? How is this helping me learn something? But all in all, when I actually sat down and talked to Cody and wanted to learn, he taught me. And that's my first time ever learning about wiring harnesses and basically how electricity works. To a certain extent. Of course, I'm still learning, so I don't know everything. But it's a good starting. So getting back to the video, I hope you enjoyed it, man. I'm doing what I love and I feel like I'm stepping towards my purpose. And I'm thankful for it. I'm gonna give you some time back in your day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And I'll catch you on the next one. Cue the outro.
What a time to be alive.